Hi, this is a Yesterday's Moose production, and today we're still playing Sheep Raider for PlayStation 1. In this episode, we're going to be taking on Level 10. Level 10 is probably the most difficult level in the entire game. And it's difficult because you're basically fighting with the game's mechanics to try to make things work. And I'll get it started, and I'll explain more when I get into the level, when it becomes relevant. The first part of the level is relatively easy, so I'll take care of that, and then I'll explain more once I get to the later half of the level. As per usual, we have some new mechanics to get used to. There are also things that we have become accustomed to by now, I would imagine. And here we are. Let's go ahead and read this sign. Warning, observe this turret carefully. It shoots on sight. What that means, if you step out of the shadows, that turret there will shoot you. And I think this sign explains that further. If you don't want to be spotted, stay in the shadow. Well, let's go ahead and show what happens when you don't stay in the shadow. Ow! That's what happens. Okay, let's go ahead and order an item from the mail. What do we get? We get this. And what is this? Well, let's go into the menu and find out. Honey pot. The honey pot contains a bee's favorite snack. They will even attack in order to get a taste. Break the pot if you want honey all over the ground. And that will become relevant in this level because there are bees. And those bees will attack anything that the honey gets on. And over there is a wall that we're going to want to break through. Not the best to look at it. There it is, that wall there. And what we need to do is we need to push one of these things over. And these things, this is what I mean by these things. First, let me go ahead and explain this cannon here. We can shoot cannonballs, and those cannonballs will fire forward. And if there's anything in the way, they will hit it. I probably didn't need to do that right now, but I just wanted to show what happens. So first we want to direct the cannonball to blow up that wall. So this is a little bit tricky, and I find I keep saying that quite often while I'm playing this game, that things are tricky. But it's true, things are tricky. Oh no! You really don't have a lot of time to move this block, because that turret has a very small back and forth movement area. And of course I got hit by the turret because I was not in the shadows. Fortunately, it's not a permanent death. And I think that should do it. Hopefully, let's see. Let's shoot the turret here, or shoot the cannon. As you can see, the cannonball gets redirected. And now we'll go ahead and activate the time clock. There we go, time clock achieved. Okay, so now we have to move things around a little bit more. First, we want to line up these two elbow joints. I don't know what else to call them. Elbow things. Go ahead and shoot the cannon. Okay, it's a little bit further away than I would like. Let's try that again. That should do it. And that should hit that beehive. Okay, so now that all the bees are in that beehive, we'll go over there. Okay, here's a sign. Let's read what it says. Warning, excited bees. Gather them in the same beehive behind Sam to make them calm down. So I've already done that. The next thing that I want to do is I want to put the honey here on the end of the seesaw. Okay, and now go to the other side. Okay, so now the honey's on the ground in front of Sam. Now all we gotta do is get the bees to come out of the hive. So how do we do that? Well, we have to go over here. And we have to push this elbow joint far over to the right. I'm not sure what else to call it. A pipe, maybe? Make sure not to get hit by that turret. And I want to just push this as far over as I can. There's another turret that can possibly injure me. So I want to avoid that. Okay, push it over. And let's see if I can look. Okay, there's a gate there. And the way that I activate the gate is to press that button over there. But the button has to stay pressed. So I'm going to push this elbow pipe up. Make sure not to get hit by the turret. And it's tricky, again, very tricky, because the turret moves back and forth. Again, a very short cycle. Okay, now push this over to line up. Okay, now we want to push this back down. Now I do have to admit, this part is a little bit annoying because you can only push it a little bit and then you have to hide behind a rock. So you have to keep pushing it over and over and over again. Fortunately, there are two rocks to hide behind. That makes things a little bit easier. Line that up right about there. And that should be okay, I think. Okay, so now we have to move this elbow pipe out of the way. And if you see the scrapes on the ground, that's the only place that you can move it, the places without any grass. Now I have to push it up. Oops, okay, got hit by the turret. That's okay. Let's see if I can push it up. Okay, try that again. Go, go, go. Nope, I have to push it over. This is what makes things a little bit complicated, is because this elbow pipe will only move along that designated path. And I think it's lined up now. I have to say that this level is not my favorite, and we're getting close now to show the reason why it's not my favorite. There we go, redirect it there, redirect it there. Okay, hit the beehive. And now the bees go and they attack Sam. Okay, so now Sam is obviously distracted. And the camera is not being very friendly with me here. Okay, run, run, run. Ooh. That's kind of funny. Okay, so now Sam can't really do anything. So I'll grab this sheep and get out of here. Okay, so now comes the fun part. And by fun, I mean not fun. Put the sheep down on button 1, I step on button 2. Now, you would think that you can go all the way across to the other side, and if you thought that, you would be wrong. Because Gossamer is here. Okay, let's read this sign. He is big and red, becomes dizzy easily, and is afraid of the light. That's the first hint. If you want to reach the goal with the sheep, you have to outdo the boss by solving the enigma of the other signpost. Okay, so I'm going to explain what's going on here. Gossamer will become dizzy when we run around him. However, sometimes he will chase you. And you don't really want him to chase you, you want him to stand still. And the reason for that is because he will only become dizzy when he stands still. He has a sort of stomp attack like this, which will push us further away. And he also can grab us. And I'll show what happens when he grabs us. And you want to run away from him because he'll kick you. If you let him. I'll let him kick me once just to show what happens. Okay, kick me. Thank you. Alright. So when Gossamer kicks you, you can sometimes land in the lava. And of course you'll lose and that will reset everything. So we have to get the sheep across to the other side. And that involves getting Gossamer dizzy. And sometimes he'll grab you, and the thing is that the way it works is if you're close to him, he will grab you and stop you from moving. So first of all, you have to run around him, and if you happen to get caught by him, he'll make you freeze so that you can't move, and then he'll bash you, and then you have to run away. It's really hard to explain, but trust me. See right there? I got stuck. I got stuck because I was within his area of attack. So I want to run around him and make him dizzy. First I have to avoid this wave of energy or whatever it is, I don't know. And if I move over here, Gossamer won't go past that line. Okay, so let's see if I can do this now. Nope, he grabbed me. This is gonna happen quite often. Oh, okay, I ended up in the lava. And of course, everything is reset now, and this is where things get a little bit stupid. Because you always have to bring the sheep back over here. And there, he froze me, and I couldn't move. I may or may not have to do some fancy editing, but I'll try it again here. Come on, run, run, run. Nope. This, by the way, is what makes this level so difficult. And you have to do this 3 times. Okay, now he's standing still. Make him dizzy. Okay, now he's dizzy, and I fell in the lava. Okay, fancy editing time. Okay, so this is what happens when you run around Gossamer and he just chases you instead of getting dizzy. You keep running around and around and around and the camera goes crazy and then he hits you. Okay, so let's get this done properly. So first make him dizzy. Then quickly run, get the sheep. Make sure to put the sheep directly on the button. By the way, jumping on this thing is very difficult. It is not fun. You can very easily fall off or hit one of the platforms and fall into the lava. And fortunately, when he hits you at this point, you can just go into the light and Gossamer won't chase you there because he's afraid of the light. And now, of course, there's less time to bring this sheep over to the button. Really gotta hustle. Do the exact same thing again. Gossamer sees his shadow and there's going to be 4 more weeks of winter or something like that. And I kept getting caught by Gossamer over and over again, so I did some fancy editing. So this is the last time we gotta make him dizzy. And this time we only have about 10 seconds. Fortunately, I was able to do it this time. And he falls down and creates a bridge with his body. And that's it. Finally. Done. That took a lot of work. Without the editing, it was about 35 minutes, I think. Which is a pretty long time. After editing, it's just over 20 minutes. Almost 21 minutes. So quite a bit of editing. got 6 sheep left to go. Another level opens up. And that's it, another level down. Hooray! So at this point, I'm going to end the video here. So thank you very much for watching. This has been a Yesterday's Moose production, and I'll see you next time!